to show you how I trim my ends. Yes, this is very, very important. Trimming your ends is one of the key things that needs to be done in order to promote healthy hair growth. And I know some of y'all, yes, I can say it very boldly, do not take care of your hair by trimming your ends. Manipulation can cause your hair to get split. Also, the elements can cause your hair to get damaged, and in order to promote hair growth, that's one of the things that needs to be done. I am working with my scissor or my shear, whatever you want to call it. You can purchase this at your local beauty supply store. I got this from Sally's, and this is primarily used to trim my hair, nothing else. No cutting material or cutting plastic and all that stuff that you don't need to be doing. I also have my Denman brush, which I use to detangle my hair, because you want to be able to detangle and have an even stretch surface all around to work with before you trim your ends. I have my rat tail comb that I'll be using to divide my sections, and I have my Croc clip that I'll be using to pin the hair up that I'm not using out of the way. Also, I have my spray bottle. My spray bottle contains aloe vera jelly and water, very essential for the hair. And then after I've trimmed my ends or trimmed the sections, I will twist them out of the way using my styling cream, and I will start out by showing you how it's done. I would do this around my entire hair, and then I would do some of it off camera and then come back and show you the end results of my trim. Right now my hair has, yeah, as you can see, I'm not gonna lie, it's dry. I do have I moisturized my scalp. I massaged it a bit, and here I have stretched big hair. Typically when you've seen my hair when I just washed it and it is damp, so it's more shrunken, but this is a week-old twist out that has went through a lot. It got wet, it got sun, exposed to the sun, and it got stretched, because at one point I had my hair up like this. I was wearing my hair up and out, which typically I don't do, but like I say, I was not around and I didn't have my hair products, so I couldn't necessarily wear my hair the way I wanted to. But today I'm just gonna show you quickly how I trim my ends, how I snip them, how I clip them to get rid of damaged strands. Like I mentioned, the search and destroy method is by looking at your hair strands, paying attention to your hair. You would, sometimes I'm sitting down and I would be looking at my strands to see if there's any damage. And if I found a strand that has a split end or has a knot, I will go in and trim that off, and that's what is called the search and destroy method. You're searching through your strands to see the ones that are damaged, and then you will go in with your scissors and that your nails are nicely trimmed, because if you have split end on your nails and you're working on your hair, you know, you feel it before. I see you, it happens. Your nail gets stuck on your strands, and it causes a problem that also damages your hair strand, because your nails are also tugging against your hair. So here I've sectioned out this portion. I am going to go in by making a smaller section, making a smaller section in this area. Then I'm just gonna use the comb and plucking the rest of it out of the way. And I'm gonna go in with my Denman brush. And I'm going to be brushing my hair to detangle it. I love this detangling tool, it works very well. You can use the brush. The comb also has smaller... Why aren't y'all working with me today? Why? Please tell me why you're not working with me today. The comb, of course, has smaller portion between, a smaller ratio between each tooth. So you can use the comb to go in. Then what I do, I use my finger, my second and third finger, and you go down on your hair. And that area that has the most resistance when you're combing through, you use your scissor and you cut it off. So I cut like an inch off, and you see I have a straight, even section across. So when you pass the comb through your hair again, there should not be any resistance. It would just slide right through. And that's how you know you have done a good job with trimming your ends. The comb is just gonna slide all the way through. I will go in and make another smaller section right here. Clip the rest of it out the way. Go in with my Denman brush and detangle my hair. Some people trim their ends dampened. I trim my hair when it's dry, meaning I didn't spray water prior to doing that. Why? Because I find that I get a better result from doing that. I will group the section that's already trimmed with the section that I did not trim. That is now my marker. Went in with my comb, then I'm gonna go down with my fingers, and I'm going to... You also know that your ends need trimming, because that, if it's sparse, something is wrong. The thinner your ends are, you know it's time for a trim. If you have those stringy, knotted, split, damaged ends, you know it's time to go in with your scissors. So now I'm going to... This is typically very difficult for me when I get to the back of my hair and when I get to the top, because then I have to like go way up. So I would look at the first section that I clipped, and now add in the new section that I added. Look at the ends that are left over, and I will go with my scissor and trim my ends. Now you see I have an even cut across, and that's how you know you did it right. You did it right. Now for the final portion on this section. I'm going to use my Denman brush to detangle my hair, and always go easy. Your hair is very delicate. You don't want to be yanking and tugging, and make sure that you have a good grip on your hair, and take your time and brush it out. And brush it out. So when I've gone in with my brush, I will then use my tail comb, and I would hold all the section together and go in again by combing it out. And now you see I have it even. It's something that I really don't like to do. don't like to trim my ends because I don't want my hair to be short. I love my length, but I do realize that it's something that needs to be done, so gotta do it. And here you have it. One section is done and out the way. You can see there's an even cut across. Now I will go in with my spray bottle and I will spray my hair to hydrate my hair, not to dampen it, and then I will go in with my twisting cream, just a little bit, and I will twist that section out of the way. Yes, yes. So I have detangled, I have moisturized, and I have trimmed my ends. And that's all you need to do. You can take the time and pay attention to your hair. If you are having a harder time trimming your ends using the method I just showed you with the sections, yes, it's not as easy for everyone. Like I say, I recommend that you go to your stylist. Oh, as you can see, what I did first, I just detangled the hair. Now I'll go in with my comb, and instead of doing individual sections, I will do the entire section. Sometimes the side is a little bit more difficult, so I will come down in the front, go in with my comb. This portion right here at the end, I will, can't even see, this portion right here, I will trim this portion off. Those are the stringy ends of the hair, and here you have me trimming that entire section. That's another way you can do it. You can go in with the entire section. You can do it by creating smaller sections. I will brush it over on the side. As you can see, the brush is going through a lot easier. That's because you've gotten rid of those unwanted, damaged ends. I will brush it over on the side, and I will go down to see if there are extra strands that are drifting. And if you can see, there's a few strands that are still stringy, so I will use my scissors and I will get rid of those as well. So here you can see as much that needs to come off. That's the thinner part that you can see through. Now that this twist is finished, you can see this part right here, all this wandering thinness. You know, the hair is thinner going down the end, and down here is really thin. So now that I've twisted up this section, what I'm going to do is go in with the scissor, and this extra part that is so thin, I will cut it off. So that's another way you get rid of the damage. This might be the way that is easier for most people. That way, after you twist it and you see the part that is really thin and looking stringy, you just trim that part off. I am going to finish the rest of the trim off camera, and then I'll come back and show you how my hair is looking. Detangled, trimmed, twisted my hair out of the way. I'm going to take it out so you can see the end result. This is each section, nice even ends. I have shown you how to do the search and destroy method, how to trim by sectioning your hair and using a marker by cutting a smaller section first, and then going in and using that to as your guide to trim the other portions of your hair. I have shown you how I twist the entire section and the end that is stringy, taking that off, which is probably the method that most persons would use only because it is easier and it's quicker. Once again, this is what I do. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it was in some way beneficial and you will be able to utilize it to trim your hair. This is the amount of shedding that I had while detangling using my Denman brush and comb, and this is what I trimmed off. My video was helpful. Let me know. My nice chunky curls, nice even edges, and there you have it. Let me know if you like this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, hit that button. I'm sure you watched this video all the way to the end, so that means there's something that you liked about it. So I hope that you will go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell for notification. Be sure to share with your friends if you have natural sisters, if you have natural aunties, natural mamas, natural cousins, natural friends. Be sure to share this link with them so that they can get some tips on how to trim their ends and maintain their hair looking beautiful. Once again, I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Thank you for taking the time out with your girl Naturalnesha, and have an awesome day. Bye.